This investor sent out 20,000 mailers and had a profit of over $100,000. Let's break it down. We talk about direct mail all the time. Because we send over 4 million pieces a month and track it, we know what works. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to REIPrintMail to see other real campaign data and learn what's getting results from investors across the country. In this video, we're going to focus on the type of lists and filters used, mailer type and touches, and give you the ROI breakdown of what worked. Scott, can you tell me what was this investor's goals, the market, the list type used, the mail piece used, and how many mailers were sent?
Yeah, sitting down with this investor as we started this campaign, we kind of went over their goals of what they were looking to do. They were looking to buy and hold a few properties, but they were also looking to supplement their marketing by wholesaling some properties. So we had multiple ways to disposition properties. And getting into it, we looked at what their buy box was, what expectations were in the area based off the KPIs and metrics that we had before. So once we sat down and I found what they were looking for inside of the data set, then we knew what the data was telling us, so we knew how much money we could spend in the area. We matched that with how much money they had available to generate the inbound lead flow. In doing that, we came up with the idea plan. And of that plan, we know the area is a little bit more impoverished, so typically soft offers do really well in these areas. So we decided to test it first with a soft offer check and then matched it also with a cheaper soft offer postcard to see what we got back.
And what market were you in?
We were in Lafayette, Louisiana and Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay. And then did you mention the list type used?
We utilized our smart and our invisible list, mostly with the smart because I could get behind the scenes. I know Lafayette and Baton Rouge, or most markets inside of Louisiana, have bad data. So I could get behind the scenes, find where that missing untargeted data was. So we were able to utilize what typical investors are missing by just pulling a basic list. So by getting behind the scenes, finding that and targeted, it actually raised our ROI and our response rate.
So can you go into what was the total spend, the number of calls and responses, and the ROI and deals?
Yeah, our total spend was $10,000 a month, 20,000 of that we sent 20,000 mailers, and I believe we're looking at it, we got 369 inbound calls and 258 of those were first-time callers. So we're looking at a 1.4% response rate. Now we did, because we were able to put a higher offer on it, generating a bigger call volume to give them more opportunity to close deals to where we could go to a listing and or we could go to a wholesale or a buy and hold situation.
That's awesome. It sounds like that was a pretty solid campaign.
Yeah.
What would you recommend, or what would be your takeaway for this campaign, or would there be anything different that you would do?
We're going to continue with the same process of what we're doing. We just refreshed the list completely, and we changed some zip codes. So they came across some properties that they were like, we really don't want them in that area, or we don't want that style of property. And so we removed those zip codes, but then we added in others. So typically at 3 months into a campaign, the KPIs are giving you accurate numbers at that point for the most part. So you're able to say, I want this and I don't want that. So we can tweak and tune that stuff to the next campaign. And then the next touch going out, we're going to stay with similar thought processes in our mailer. We're just going to change the way they look a little bit so they don't get recognized. We can create a little more curiosity coming out of the mailbox.
Awesome. Scott, thank you so much for sharing.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for breaking that down for us, Scott. If you want numbers like these or want to know what works in your market, book a free call with one of our direct mail coaches using the link in the description. Also, like and subscribe to REIPrintMail, and if you are wanting information on your market, comment below. And remember, if you're not using direct mail as part of your marketing strategy, you're leaving money on the table.